Liverpool 2, Brighton 1. Mohammed Salah sends Liverpool to the top of the table in what has been a perfect day for the Reds. Hey guys, welcome to the channel, welcome to another video. Yes, it has been a perfect day for Liverpool today. And of course, this is the instant match reaction to the Reds' 2-1 victory over Brighton. It was difficult, it was long. The endurance of that game was painful, and that was even just from a fan's perspective. But by hook or by crook, by some way, shape or form, the Reds got back to winning ways in the Premier League, and they have Mohammed Salah and of course Cody Gakpo, who got the equalising goal, to thank for their 2-1 victory over the Seagulls today. That sees Liverpool leapfrog Manchester City back to being at the top of the table, especially after their two title rivals crumbled today as well. We're going to be talking about Liverpool's 2-1 victory over Brighton and everything else that went along today as well. But before we get into all of that, I would like to remind you all to please like the video and also subscribe if you are new. Both things are always and very greatly appreciated. Get involved in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it in regards to this game. Please do use and abuse that comment section, people, and talk to me on Liverpool's performance, Liverpool's result, and of course results from elsewhere in the Premier League today that of course affect Liverpool, not directly but indirectly, in the form of the Premier League table. Now that that's out of the way and done with, let's get on with talking about Liverpool, the performance and the result today against Brighton. Look, a completely different outcome than what it looked like at half-time. For 60-odd minutes, Liverpool were shocking, Liverpool were poor, Liverpool were abysmal, and it didn't seem like anything was going to go Liverpool's way in the slightest. Brighton went 1-0 up. Liverpool were not keeping the ball. Liverpool were not creating any chances of real note. Brighton, had they taken their opportunities, could have been 2, 3, maybe even 4-0 up come half-time. And then in the second half, there were a couple of alterations, a couple of changes to the formation, a change to the 11 that were on the pitch due to an injury to Ibrahim Konate. More on that a little later. And Liverpool came out in the second half and were better. And let's face it, they couldn't have got any worse. Let's put it that way. They couldn't have got any worse. But the fact of the matter is that they played better. They were better in the second half. And then you're thinking, right, we just need to get back into this game. And Mark Verbruggen in the Brighton goal pulls off a few very good stops. And you're thinking, this has all the makings of a very frustrating day for Liverpool. Even more frustrating was the fact that obviously in the 12:30 kickoff earlier today, Arsenal drop points. They lose 1-0 to Newcastle. We also are hearing news of Manchester City losing by 2-0 against Bournemouth. And we're thinking, this is typical Liverpool. This is typical Liverpool. Liverpool, when the opportunity presents itself to take advantage of the struggles of the other teams that are in and around them, they normally flop in this situation. And I put a tweet out during the first half that was saying exactly that. And then lo and behold, Cody Gakpo, right on the 70th minute, 1-1. Liverpool are back in the game. Sets up a very exciting final 20 minutes. And then Mohammed Salah. Who else? Who else but Mohammed Salah to score the winning goal, and to score it in absolute style. The guy is phenomenal. The guy is insane. The guy is inevitable. Give this man whatever the hell he wants. Seriously, give him whatever he wants to stay, because this guy is showing no signs of slowing down. He's showing no signs of aging. This guy is quality. He is so underrated. He is so underappreciated, not just by certain sections of the Liverpool fan base, I feel, but by the majority of the Premier League and world football. The fact that he wasn't even nominated for the Ballon d'Or this past year has been absolutely crazy in my opinion, and the fact that he's only finished as high as 5th in the rankings since being a Liverpool player is insane to me. This guy is it. He is him. He is royalty. He is just phenomenal. He is just out of this world, insanely phenomenal. And I cannot speak any more highly of Mohammed Salah and the fact that he is dragging this Liverpool team. Because although the positives are today that we eventually did win, although the positives are Man City lose, Arsenal lose, and we are back to being the top of the table, there are some negatives to this. The first half performance was absolutely dreadful and abysmal. We need to address that. We can't keep relying on second half performances, especially because, like I mentioned earlier, if Brighton had their shooting boots today, they could have been 2-3, maybe even 4-0 up. They had the opportunities to make that happen. We were not at the races at all throughout the opening 45 minutes. We were dreadful. We looked unorganised. We had no control. We were giving the ball away to Brighton. Trent Alexander-Arnold especially. That guy, honestly, for the first 70-odd minutes, that guy had a 0 out of 10 performance for Liverpool and probably a 10 out of 10 performance for Brighton, because pretty much every pass that he pretty much did, he was giving it to a player of a Seagull. He was giving it to the Seagulls. It was abysmal. It was absolutely abysmal. The goal that Brighton scored, taking nothing away from a very well hit shot that was a brilliantly well taken goal, but could have easily been avoided defensively. Virgil van Dijk gets caught out in that moment. It's a poor goal to concede. Defensively, absolutely dreadful, right the way from right to left. And Brighton deservedly go 1-0 up at half time. And like I say, it could have been more. Second half would come out. Like I said earlier, it couldn't have got any worse. It didn't. We got better. We made a couple of alterations. We moved Trent more inverted. As the game progressed, Trent got better. And especially when we went 1-1, Trent got better. It felt like that goal had given this team the confidence that they could go on and get something from this game, and maybe even go on and find a winner in this game, and that's exactly what happened. I thought Tsimikas, some of his crossing today was very deadly and very dangerous. It just required someone to get on the end of a couple of them balls in to really make them count. But again, it's another poor performance from Szoboszlai. I know he's energetic. I know he is a key part of Liverpool's pressing, but when, especially in the first half, when the press is not there, what are you offering? Because you're offering nothing in terms of an attacking sense. Brighton were playing out of Liverpool's press so comfortably and so easily in that first half. It was just an outlet to the fullbacks. The fullbacks were just free all the time, and I'm not pinning that solely on Szoboszlai. Of course, it's a team effort. But if your pressing is off from you individually, and you are meant to be the most advanced midfielder, what are you offering? What are you offering? Do we drop him back? Do we leave him on the bench? Because when Curtis Jones came on, Curtis Jones was immense. Curtis Jones was brilliant when he came on. Joe Gomez came on at half-time for the injured Ibrahim Konate. He was incredible. He had a couple of opportunities himself to score. One day, Joe. One day it will happen. I promise you, man. I promise you. One day it will happen. But it was brilliant. To come into that environment and to kind of gel in the way that he did, I've got nothing but praise for Joe Gomez today. He was brilliant. Him, Tsimikas, very, very good today. Very, very good today. And like I say, Salah to get his goal that he did. Gakpo, it was a question of whether or not Núñez got a touch on it. I think Núñez said he didn't. I think he turns around straight away to Gakpo, points at him as if to say, I didn't get anything on that. Part of me wants to say thank God he didn't, because it probably would have gone wide or straight to the goalkeeper had he did. But no. I'm not going to be like that. I'm not going to be that guy. Gakpo, dangerous crossing. It should go to Nunez, but it just evades him and goes into the back of the net. Slightly fortuitous, yes, but we'll take it, especially because, Salah should have scored before. Gomez had a couple of opportunities. I think Gakpo himself had one or two opportunities in that second half as well. It was incredible. And then the quick turnaround. 70-odd minutes gone. Gakpo scores. 72, 73 minutes on the clock. Mo Salah puts the ball into the back of the net in typical Mohammed Salah fashion. Look, we can't keep doing this whole second half FC stuff because it just is not sustainable and just doesn't work. But you know what? Anfield, 3 o'clock kickoff against a very tough Brighton side. Brighton have been very, very good this season. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind about that. Brighton have been absolutely excellent this season. It was always going to be a tough game to get something out of. It was always going to be tough. And I kind of wish this was at the Amex and we did this and got that game out of the way, because we know that game is going to be even tougher. But you know what? We got through it. We took advantage of Arsenal and Manchester City both slipping up today. Everton, at least to my knowledge, they were losing. I know they did have an equalising goal that got ruled out for... Yes, they did lose. So Everton lose as well. That only increases it. And then all we're waiting for now is for tomorrow. And Chelsea, Man United. Oh, God. Is there a way both teams can lose that one? Maybe a draw or something. I guess that's the best result. Anyway, it's been a fantastic day for Liverpool. And obviously, indirectly affecting Liverpool has made it even sweeter. Extra icing on top of the cake and the cherry on top being the defeats to both Arsenal and Manchester City. But look, we are still only, what was it now, 9-10 games into the season. We're 9 or 10 games into the season. Nothing is decided. But you know what? Every point matters. Every point counts. And you know what? It wasn't a fantastic performance today by Liverpool. We got better in the second half. Like I said, we couldn't have got any worse. But the way that mentally we remained calm, we tweaked a few things. Slot got in at half time, moved Trent more inverted. Trent got more on the ball. He was still giving it away at times, which was so frustrating. But defensively, he was getting the better of especially Matoma as the game wore on. Tsimikas was putting in some dangerous crosses in. Gomez slotted straight into that back four immensely and provided some great cover. Hopefully the injury to Konate isn't too serious, but, it's so frustrating for a guy who's been absolutely incredible throughout the majority of this season to see him go off with another injury that seemed a little out the usual for a typical injury. More his arm than, of course, anything to do with his legs. So, yes, so frustrating. Hopefully it's nothing majorly serious and it's going to be just a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks thing, maybe up until the November international break. We'll see. But yeah, like I say, a lot to be improved upon, a lot to be positive and proud of, and overall a lot to be happy about in terms of obviously the points, where we are in the table, what happened to the other teams today that are in and around us. It's looking really good. It's looking exceptionally good right now. There are still underlying problems that we need to address, but on the face of it, it's looking all right. It's looking all right. And like I say, the one thing that I was proud of today was our substitutions. I thought our substitutes worked really, really well. Jones, Gomez did really well, especially. Diaz put himself about a little bit. They really did work. And just the matter of whilst Liverpool fans are kind of losing it a little bit, and I certainly was losing it, the fact that we just remain calm, composed, and just we continue to try and play our game, and the more that we got a little bit more fortune and a little bit more out of Brighton in progression and going forward and creating opportunities, the more you could see the confidence was brewing in this side that we could go on and get something. And then as soon as Gakpo sticks the ball into the back of the net, that's when we went for it. That's when Salah scored. We go 2-1 up. And then we see the game out from there. It wasn't comfortable by any stretch of the imagination. There was a little bit of worry there at certain times. But against a difficult side like Brighton, you've got to win your home games. You've got to win your home games, and that's exactly what we did today. For City and Arsenal, they can look at it and go, you know what, St James's Park is always going to be a tough place to go to. We got it out of the way. We lost. We'll take that hit. We move on. Man City can look at Bournemouth and go, you know what, Bournemouth are a good side. We are away from home. It's not a great result. We don't like that kind of thing happening, but one-off results do happen for City like that every once in a while, and that obviously ended their invincible sort of run and their obviously perfect start to the season. So they can maybe look at it as maybe a bad day at the office, they write it off, and they go again next week. We have to keep on building, keep on progressing. We seemingly don't like 3 o'clock kickoffs, especially at home, but you know what? We got through it today. We win by 2-1. I predicted that, by the way. Just saying, I predicted a 2-1 win to Liverpool, so I was right in that one. I weren't right about anything else today. Jesus Christ, I've had a very shocking week so far. But yes, I was happy to get this one right. Happy to get this one perfect. And you know what? A fantastic day for Liverpool all around. We take advantage of the likes of Arsenal and Manchester City dropping points today. We also see Everton lose. It's not been a bad old day, has it? Performance-wise could be improved upon, but Liverpool get the job done, and Mohammed Salah is once again, seriously, give this guy anything. Give this guy his own private jet. Give this guy his own any kind of car that he wants, and give this guy anything, private island, anything. The keys to Liverpool. Get out of jail free card. Whatever the hell this guy wants, just give it him. Please. Because he's not showing any signs of slowing down soon. He really is not. And we need this guy. We need this guy. We need Trent as well when he's not playing like a muppet. We need Van Dijk as well. It's insane. It's absolutely insane that he is entering, or all three of them players are entering the final year of their current deals. But we move on. We've obviously got some tough games coming up. Big games as well at that. And you know what? During this very difficult stage of the season in which we were told, oh, this is where things turn up a few notches, this is where the intensity turns up. So far, so freaking good for Liverpool. I would have taken a point last week, as long as it meant we followed up with a win against Brighton, and that's exactly what we did. Beating the Seagulls by 2-1. Very happy about that. But a lot of improvement still to come for the Reds. Those are your thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you call it, of this guy. I want to know what you guys think. What do you make of Liverpool's performance and result today against Brighton as the Reds go and win by 2-1, coming back from a goal down to win 2-1, and they leapfrog Manchester City back to being at the top of the table. Let me know what you guys are thinking and feeling down below in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it. That'll make for great, interesting reading, I'm sure, down below. Please do talk to me on this, people. Would love to hear from you all. Otherwise, hit the like button on the way up and enjoy the video. Subscribe if you are new or want to see more content like this. Both things are always and forever be greatly appreciated. And as always, thank you all, like I say, so much for watching and listening. Thank you all for your continued or even brand new support as well. It means a great deal to me and the channel. So thank you all so much. It is awesome and very, very much appreciated. Thank you all so much, guys. Love you, each and every single one of you. Right, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I've been Fletch. This has been another instant match reaction to Liverpool's 2-1 victory over Brighton today. Very happy about the result. Slightly concerned with the performance, but you know what? 3 points is what matters at the end of the day in certain situations. And this is certainly one of them. Thanks everyone for watching. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your night. Speak to you all again very, very soon.